Hey, welcome back. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Hope you're having a fantastic day as always. Shout out to the 19. Folks, we're going to break down some different things about Caitlin Clark's game that we haven't really touched on. Um, but first, do you remember this guy? His name Gino Ariema, I believe. I think he's a basketball coach. And he went on this rant earlier in the season about you. You're delusional and stupid, and Caitlin Clark is not going to just come into the WNBA and be a good player right away. She's not built for the league physically. She's not quick enough. Yes, he actually said one of the quickest players, at least off the dribble, in the league is not quick enough to succeed in the WNBA. Oh, Gino, I'm so sorry that your mama raised a hater. That is no way to go through life, my friend. And I'm not going to list them all, but just the major ones, right? Rookie of the year, single game assist record, single season assist record, led the league in assists, first team all WNBA. I'm just saying. And then, of course, there was the scouting report. What can she do besides shoot threes? Remember that one? It's also morphed into she can't create her own shot. She needs someone to set a screen to get her open to shoot the ball. And of course, she can only shoot the three going to her left. Let's unwrap that a little bit, shall we? Let's get into Caitlin Clark and her ability to create a shot, any shot, and her 1v1 play and her skill with the ball, which I say is already the best in the league. Fundamentally, her skill with the basketball is already the best in the league. She is a phenomenal 1v1 player. It's just not the core of her game. But as we will see, the fact that she also can shoot that three makes her almost impossible to guard. So we're going to see one, what Caitlin Clark can do off the dribble that puts all that nonsense to rest. But also she exposes a problem with the WNBA that no one else really talks about. Complete lack and inability to play defense in any way, shape, or form. We'll get into that as well. So let's break this down a little bit. So for the most part, I have a few clips here to go through, and I think I have it at normal speed and then like half speed or three quarters, something like that. So I'm gonna let it play, and then we're gonna break down. I'll sort of give you my breakdown and analysis of what I see from her game that makes her so good 1v1. Forget the shooting from outside, forget the passing. She is a good 1v1 player who can get to the bucket and finish. Pretty important part of the game, right? It's not just getting to the bucket. It's not just grabbing offensive rebounds. It's putting the ball in the basket. Here we go. Okay, so I gotta download a different media player. The play and pause keep disappearing on me. I don't like that. I like the old one. But anyway, first of all, great finish, right? She used the hoop as protection, went with the right hand. That was not an easy shot in terms of body control. But also, what I want you to see here when she gets into the lane is the skill I'm talking about. You'll see her with a very she reacts to another defender. If you're looking at the screen, it's your left, which is Caitlin's right, another defender coming, and you'll see the quick reaction, the very small, low dribble that she uses for the crossover before going to the bucket, which is what I'm talking about. And you're gonna see that here in this boom right there. No hesitation, no slowing down, no switch. It's low to the basket. And I don't know if I bothered with a replay of this because it's not much. But in this one, what I want you to see is look where the defender is, okay? That's a lot of space. Look where Clark is on the court. We know she has a quick release, right? I always hesitate to say this because in this day of being offended, people will take it the wrong way. but she has a release that's much more like a typical guy's release, right? It's higher and it's very quick. A lot of times when you're bringing it up from the stomach or you're shooting from the shoulder, it's not as quick. And it's also a lower release point. Being that all she can do is shoot threes, you would think the defender would be up tight on her because, right, all she can do is shoot threes. She can't get to the basket. You're going to have help at the basket anyway. So why are you playing off of her so much? And then again, you'll see Caitlin uses that because what no one discusses and the reality of it is she's not only a great dribbler, she is very quick, Gino, and her skill with the basketball allows her to stop, go, and change direction without ever slowing down because she's dribbling, because maybe she doesn't have the skill to match her quickness if she was doing it without the basketball. There's completely beautiful flow to her game when she stops or changes direction. And you're going to see that here. It just takes a step or two. She's going to go really hard, like she's going to the basket, and it frees her up for a wide open three. Right? It's just a little step and she's back. Okay, we're gonna see. I'm gonna play this through because I have a replay of this one. So just again, pay attention to her dribble. And now, if what right, right here, when she how low. Look at her body positioning. That is the body positioning of an athlete going forward. That 45-degree angle when you're exploding, when you're taking that first quick step, that is technically fundamentally sound. She's got that dribble not straight up and down. She's got it out in front of her. She keeps it low because she's exploding off that first step. The defender has no chance. She uses her body once she's by her to get between her and the defender and finishes hard and properly. Wide one. Now, again, we're going to see here, and this is what I mean about her quickness and her skill level with the ball. She's going to drive hard to the basket. The defender, unlike all the old guard fans, knows that she can actually do that, so you have to react to it. But Caitlin is so good with the basketball and so quick and so under control that she can stop on a dime, and now all of a sudden she's wide open for her shot. And she does that too a lot of times to protect the ball or make it quicker. It's the behind the back or the through the leg dribble to gather herself for that step back. I think we'll see that. We're going to see this a second time, so I'm going to let it play. But I'll just point out right here, since that's where I stopped it. Again, it goes to horrific. This is horrific defending, folks, and this is what I mean. Caitlin Clark is changing the game because what you're going to see with those inspired by her, who are going to grow up trying to play like her, the big the WNBA, for the most part, has been a physical, big bodied, low player league. And you see that here because this is horrific defense. Caitlin Clark takes that one hard step baseline, and look at the positioning of this player. She's done, folks. Caitlin Clark can go anywhere else because instead of sliding, which means her left foot goes first toward the baseline to cut Caitlin Clark off, she's way too slow for that. So she flips her hips, she puts her right leg crosses over her left, and now she's done. Anybody, basketball, one on one, soccer, one on one, football wide receivers in running their route, you get that defender to flip their hips, they're done. That's a goal. You do that, and Caitlin is smart enough to recognize that. She sees that, and it's over the space she corrects with just one hard dribble. She completely panics the defender. You see, I think I have it again, a little slower. Right, look, left foot. That's wrong. And now the defender is completely done. Caitlin quickly gathers herself, and that release point is up by her forehead. Unlike 99% of the players in the league, easy shot creates ton of separation with one simple hard dribble. Same thing. Now we're gonna look behind the back, and again, what I mean. There it is. Same thing. Watch what she does. Okay, you know what's coming with the close up of the reverse angle. Watch what she does. Hard to the basket. Again, no hesitation, no slowing down to do it. Just in the flow, quickly behind her back, changes direction on a dime. Defender fundamentally complete out of the play. Completely out, she's done. Look at how long it takes for her even to get turned around. And there's a solid, really well done, solid layup. Same thing. It's hard to see because of the referee, but the player, Caitlin, goes hard, and that is some of the. I mean, and look, I'm crediting Caitlin for forcing them. It is a little bit, to be fair, a little bit combination of this is the type of lazy, slow defense they used to play because they didn't play anybody like Caitlin Clark. But off of that one dribble, especially when going that way, you're running into another defender. That is terrible defense. She should be sliding her left foot. Instead, again, flips the hips, crosses over, and now she's done. And so, I mean, that's Caitlin just embarrasses them with her ability to dribble. The ball is on a string, and she completely embarrasses them. And there it is. Same thing right there. She got that left leg, the right leg over the left. Caitlin knew that was it. As soon as it happened, she changes direction, goes to the basket. I'm telling you, Caitlin recognizes that. She's not just randomly changing direction. She recognizes what she got the defender to do because that is the whole point. And once the defender does that, that is it for them. Now we're going to watch this from another angle because this is what the control, keeping the ball low. If you look at it from the start here, okay, Caitlin is completely facing the other basket. She's got Sophie Cunningham coming behind. He's got Allen right there. Again, big slow body. I don't mean that in any offense. That's the way the game has been played, right? It's going to change as you see players like Clark enter the league because they cannot defend someone like her. Now watch how quickly, without ever putting her left hand on the ball, Caitlin brings this back under control and is able to get to the basket. Watch how low the dribble is, and it's all with one hand and changing direction. Look at that, right? Again, and boom, gets the defender behind her on her hip, stops, goes up. Now, this is actually from college because I know I have them somewhere, but I couldn't find a decent one because everyone talks about her mid range game. We saw clips of it in the WNBA that she does actually have a mid range game. We've seen her go baseline and hit the fadeaway. We've seen the teardrop. Now, this is going to be a fadeaway getting into the lane. This one's from college, but again, she has it. You don't see it because she doesn't need it. She's usually shooting a three or she's getting all the way to the basket, and she's very good at both. So you don't see this that often, but it doesn't mean she doesn't have it. Now, now again, same thing. Look, she's got the player even with her facing 100% sprinting toward the baseline. Again, right now the defender is done. They should be working to quickly get to a point on the court and open up and get in front of Caitlin. But by getting in that position, she's done, which is why you're going to see Caitlin go left. And then also watch how she finishes. Behind the back again, little fadeaway in the lane, bucket. And here you're going to see it again. Right there, see, she's got that player. You can't guard that. You simply can't guard it. It's too good. Look how much space she creates. Oh, she uses her left hand. Oh, she got away with it. For any of you that have played, you know, yes, I mean players do that. It's rarely called, but the reason there was so much separation isn't because she pushed off. Yes, her left arm is out there. It makes contact, but the reason so much space is created is because the defender is already in a panic mode because of Caitlin's hard drive to the basket, and she's backpedaling extremely fast. So if you're already backpedaling, it doesn't take much of a nudge to get you to go. Right? It's just like people don't understand with whether it's a header in soccer or in basketball, you're going up for a rebound. People always complain if there's a nudge in the back and it's called, oh, that was barely a yeah, but if a player's going straight up, it doesn't take much of a nudge in the back as they're going up, throw them completely off kilter, right? So you're going to see the defender and panic, and she just loses her footing. And Caitlin Clark has half an hour to hit the 3 pointer. And there we go again. Again, hard basket, stop on a dime because she's got the defender doing what she wants the defender to do, right? A lot of those now, if it's given to her, of course she'll take it. But a lot of these drives are to actually create an open outside shot. She knows what it takes, and she has the skill with the ball on a string to get that defender to overcommit the way she wants, so she gets herself a wide open shot. And again, behind the back, wide open. And by the way, that was mid range. Again, look at that. And watch, look at that. Look how much space she created with that hard drive to the bucket. And again, I will say, if she only can shoot threes and can't create her own shot, why does a simple hard dribble to the basket create that much space for Caitlin Clark to shoot a three? Now, here's where we're working it now. She's got everything in that one. I'm going to show it again. She worked for this, and this is why I say she's playing against a bigger player. Again, people will think she doesn't have this to her game. Ball's on a string. She uses everything. She's got a crossover. She just spin move hard to the basket. Gets bodied in the air. Like I said, it's a tough finish. She doesn't have much of an angle, but yeah, finisher. All right, boom, crossover through the legs, then a crossover. Then we're going to spin, get hard to the basket, cut the player off, draw contact, boom. Last one, for a couple of things. I want you to pay attention to what she does to this defender. Again, gets her on a string. Quick acceleration here with the dribble under control, gets in front of the defender, and then completely frustrates her to the point where she basically gives up. Basically gives up. You'll see what gets in front, slows down. Look at that. She gave up because Caitlin was toying with her, and then brings her back to the basket. And I'm going to show it again in slow mo, and then we'll also pay attention to what Caitlin dealt with all year under the basket. She gets completely destroyed with an arm coming down hard to the face, right? But again, here we go. Now she's going to get in front of her, slow her down. Now she's got her tripping over herself to where see how she gives up? She throws her head back like, oh, I'm done. Then when she catches her, accelerates again to the. Did you see that? Look at that. Elbow right in the face. That arm came, and there's Baldy. Everybody remember Baldy? Staring right at it. Right at it. Called. Absolutely insane. Got, I think, one more thing I want to show you to kind of wrap this up because I know this is kind of long, but haven't done a breakdown video in quite a while. So hopefully you're enjoying this. But here we go. So Caitlin Clark's incredible unassisted points per game stats as former NBA player hyped over her emergence. So that's why I want to bring that stat again for people who talk about she can only shoot threes, and especially it became she can't create her own shot. Remember that? Now this was actually at the end of August, but I the site I usually go to get some of these numbers is down, which is crazy. I think it's getting too much traffic for its hosting. But anyway, she is the most unassisted player in the entire league. Almost two-thirds, 64.4% of her buckets are created by herself. Jewel Lloyd is a distant second with 53.1%. So look, everything you've heard negatively about Caitlin Clark as a basketball player is, I won't say it's a lie, although I think that's what it is, but it's wrong. It's from people who have an irrational hatred for her, or they simply don't know basketball. And I've discovered throughout the WNBA season that the only ones who actually know basketball are the quote unquote new fans who came to the league with Caitlin, and that's why the old guard always lashes out emotionally and makes these personal attacks because they don't know the game and they can't debate with you. So again, first in the league, unassisted, folks. No, she doesn't need a screen to get a shot off. Yes, she can go to the basket. I don't remember the number again, the same site, but she is right up at the top in attempts at the rim, by the way, despite all the threes she takes, and shooting percentage is on layups, on finishing. She is, I believe, top five. Correct me if I'm wrong, or if somebody has another source that's active. If you want to let me know, screenshot it or link it or whatever. But she's at the top as that well. But then Rashad McCants, one of the. It's so weird how all the NBA defenders, NBA players, and ex players are say glowing things about Caitlin Clark, but no one in the WNBA will do so. Another one bites the dust. You will not miss this goat emerge on my watch. Once she gets the midi floater game down and the two dribble pull up in the lane with the fade, it's a wrap. We kind of saw that with the Iowa play, but we've seen the midi floater game. We've seen the pull up at times. So she does have it. Maybe she'll start using it more. If she does, defenders are in real trouble. I think there was one other thing I wanted to share. Oh yeah, this is kind of interesting. Y'all remember the Seattle Storm nonsense with the coach and the Skylar Diggins Smith at the end of the game trying to bully and intimidate Christy Sides? One of the few times I'll defend Christy Sides. Interesting how that turns out. Excuse me, turns out with the story about the coach supposedly bullying players, allegedly. Well, we got a glimpse of it, I guess. But he's McCants, and I agree, he was impressed with Clark after that recent squabble. If you remember, timeout. Caitlin is angled walking toward her bench. She's going to get nowhere near Seattle bench. Skylar Diggins Smith, like the WNBA spoiled brat child that she is, decides to speed up from behind Caitlin Clark so she can catch up with her and shoulder into her from behind, blindsided. Well, that bump just redirected the way Clark was walking. So he kept walking that way and then walked right through the Seattle bench. Killer. And that really upset Noelle Quinn, the coach. That's what she was throwing a hissy fit about. She didn't like Caitlin walking through the bench, which was all because of what Skylar Diggins Smith did. Telling you, fifth grade Mean Girls, man. And McCants had this to say. McCants explained how great of a rookie player needs to be to have a multiple-time All-Star put her hatred on full display by intentionally bumping into Clark. McCants said, "C has changed the game. Think about this: a MFer, Diggins Smith, sped up to try to bump me. Okay, well I'm a rookie. You the vet. You know how effing powerful I gotta be for you to have that type of animosity in your heart." And then, like you said, after the break, and we all saw it, she looks like a completely different player because she did the work during the All Star break. Caitlin said, "I don't want to do none of that. I'm going to the lab. I need to fix what's going on here." And now we see the difference. 100%. Yeah, that's it. I apologize if this got long. Maybe I could have shown fewer examples, but I really wanted to dig into her ability with the ball in her hands, off the dribble, all the different opportunities she can create for herself. I mean, 1v1, she's almost unguardable. She may not always get the great shot, but a lot of times if she doesn't get the great shot, that's when she makes the pass. As we see, she's pretty good in the assist category as well. But like a la Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, if she wants a shot, she's going to get a shot. She's making these defenders look very ordinary, subpar, just from a pure physical, technical standpoint and understanding how to play defense. How quickly and easily she gets them to flip those hips and cross those legs, and then they're done. That's it. Game over. Toast. See ya. Man, anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments below. I know I'm going to upset a lot of people saying Caitlin Clark's the best 1v1 player in the league, but I'm okay with that. What do you think? Don't forget to comment and subscribe as well. I really appreciate you checking out this video, and I will talk to you later.